Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to crochet this adorable watermelon bag. The bag is made up of two panels, front and back, and we'll crochet them in exactly the same way. Once both panels are done, we'll join them together by stitching around three sides. I also added a button at the top for closure, and we'll crochet the strap after the bag is fully assembled. Let's dive into the details of how to make it. First, let's talk about how to hold the yarn. Loop the yarn between your ring finger and pinky. Wrap it around the pinky and then place it between your index and middle fingers. We'll start with a magic ring. To do that, wrap the yarn once around your middle finger. Use your thumb to hold down the crossing point of the yarn. Make sure your left thumb stays on the hook handle without twisting it back and forth. Use your middle finger to adjust the loop size and tension. Insert your crochet hook into the ring. Yarn over and pull through. Now let's chain 3. This will count as our first double crochet. 1, 2, 3. After each stitch, press down on the loop with your middle finger to prevent it from getting too loose or tight. Now that we've made the chain, we'll crochet 14 double crochets into the ring. Here's how to do one. Yarn over, insert the hook into the ring, yarn over again, and pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, then yarn over again and pull through the remaining 2. That's 1 double crochet. If you're a beginner, you can use a stitch marker to mark the first stitch. Now continue making double crochets. Remember, we need a total of 14. Always yarn over before inserting your hook into the ring. After each stitch, count to make sure you're on track. Once you've finished all 14 stitches, we'll place a stitch marker on the 14th stitch as well. Pull the yarn tail to tighten the ring and close the center. Now we'll join the round with a slip stitch into the top of the first stitch, the one we marked earlier. Yarn over, pull through the stitch, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Tighten it gently to secure the round. To start round 2, we'll chain 3 again. That's our turning chain for double crochets. In this round, we'll increase by crocheting 2 double crochets into each stitch from the previous round. That means we'll end up with 28 stitches total. Our first stitch goes right where the stitch marker is. Remove the marker, make your first double crochet, and then put the marker on this new stitch to track the beginning of round 2. In the same space, make another double crochet. Repeat this process, 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around. In each stitch from the previous round, we're making 2 double crochets. Keep following this pattern until we finish the entire round. That ends at the green stitch marker. Make sure you don't add or miss any stitches here. It's very important to count your stitches at the end of each round. Round 1, 14 stitches. Round 2, 28 stitches. Now we've reached the last stitch of the round where the green marker is. In that same space, make 2 double crochets. Once you've done that, move the stitch marker to mark the last stitch of this round. That's also the first stitch of the next round. After completing this round, we'll finish with a slip stitch into the stitch where the orange marker is, just like before. Remember to press down on the loop with your finger. Pull the yarn up and gently tighten it to complete the slip stitch. Now let's chain 3 to start the third round. For round 3, here's the new pattern. In the first stitch, make just 1 double crochet. Move the marker here. This is the first stitch of the round. In the second stitch, make 2 double crochets. From here, we'll follow this pattern. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. Repeat the sequence all the way around the round. Now that we've finished the last stitch of this round, take out the stitch marker again. Join with the slip stitch in the marked stitch, then chain 3 to begin the next round. Let's move on to round 4. Before starting, let's double check our stitch counts. Round 1, 14 stitches. Round 2, plus 14 stitches equal 28 stitches. Round 3, plus 14 equal 42 stitches. So by now, we should have 42 stitches in round 3. Now for round 4, the pattern changes slightly again. We'll increase in every third stitch. In stitches 1 and 2, make 1 double crochet each. In stitch 3, make 2 double crochets. So the pattern is 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Just follow the sequence all the way around for row 4. Following the pattern of 1, 2, 3 single crochets and then an increase, we'll finish up round 4. Now here we are at the last increase, 2 double crochets in the final stitch. Remove the stitch marker because next we're going to change yarn color to white. To change colors, we do it before completing the last double crochet. When there are still 2 loops on the hook, we bring in the new white yarn. Here's how to change yarn. Place the end of the white yarn underneath the working yarn and draw it through the last 2 loops. Now we'll do a slip stitch to join the round, just like before, and make sure the yarn tails are tucked under as we work. Chain 3 to start the new round. This is our 5th round, and here's what we do next. Hold the yarn tails against the edge of your work. We'll crochet over them to hide them. Now yarn over and in the first stitch, 1 double crochet. In the second stitch, 1 double crochet. In the third stitch, 1 double crochet. In the fourth stitch, 2 double crochets. So the pattern for this round is 1, 1, 1, 2. Repeat the sequence all the way around. This means every 4th stitch is an increase. At this point, you can trim off the yellow yarn tail. Keep repeating the pattern. 3 single stitches, 1 increase, 3 single stitches, 1 increase. To calculate the total stitch count, here's a quick formula. We started with 14 stitches and we're increasing 14 stitches per round. Round 1, 14 stitches. Round 2, 28 stitches. Round 3, 42 stitches. Round 4, 56 stitches. And round 5, 70 stitches. Now at the end of round 5, when you're about to finish the last double crochet, again, with 2 loops on the hook, we'll change yarn color to green. Use the same method. Bring the green yarn through the final 2 loops. Place both yarn ends underneath. then join with a slip stitch into the first stitch, tighten it up. Now let's move on to the green round, which uses treble crochets. Each stitch corresponds exactly to the ones below. We'll start with 2 treble crochets in the same stitch. To make a treble crochet, yarn over twice. Insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull through. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, and one more time, pull through the last 2 loops. That's 1 treble crochet. Now in that same stitch, we'll do another treble crochet. So this gives us 2 treble crochets in one stitch. After that, chain 1. This sequence in the parentheses means everything inside is worked into the same stitch. Let's do 2 more treble crochets into the same stitch. Alright, after finishing that part, we'll move on to the next segment in the pattern 2F. 2F means 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. Next, we see 3T, which stands for 3 half double crochets. Yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over and pull through. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and pull through all 3 loops. Do this a total of 3 times to make 3 half double crochets. Now we move on to 7 single crochets. Work 1 single crochet into each of the next 7 stitches. Count as you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Next is another 3T, 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. After that, we have 2F again, 2 double crochets. Now we're reaching a part of the pattern inside parentheses. This indicates a corner section. We'll begin the second corner with 2 treble crochets. Yarn over twice, insert the hook, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops at a time until you're left with 1. Do this twice in the same stitch. Next, CH, that means chain 1. Then in the same space, make 2 more treble crochets. That completes the corner. 2 treble crochets, 1 chain, and 2 treble crochets all in the same stitch. Now we continue. 1 double crochet in the next stitch. One more double crochet in the following stitch, 2F, then 3 half double crochets, 3T, followed by 6 single crochets. Now that we've finished the second section, we repeat the same pattern for the second half of the circle. We've just finished one side. and there are 2 symmetrical sides in total. Now we're coming to the third corner. 2 treble crochets in the same stitch. Chain 1, 2 more treble crochets in the same stitch. Then again, 2 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, followed by 7 single crochets, three half double crochets, two double crochets. Now we're reaching the final corner, 2 treble crochets, chain 1, 2 treble crochets again, all in the same stitch. Finish up with 2 double crochets, then 3 half double crochets, finally 6 single crochets. Wrap up with 3 half double crochets and the last 2 double crochets. To close the round, join with a slip stitch into the top of the first treble crochet. Pull tight, chain 1 and cut the yarn. And that completes the green round of our watermelon bag. Alright, now that we've finished crocheting both panels, it's time to join them together. We'll be joining them along the edge, the same edge where we started with 18 stitches. Place the 2 panels together, wrong sides facing in. Align them carefully so all stitches match up. We'll start sewing from one corner. Take your yarn and make a slip knot. Start at the corner and find the chain space between 2 treble crochets. Remember, every corner has 2 trebles, 1 chain and 2 trebles. We're going to insert the hook into that chain stitch space on both panels. Pull the yarn through both sides and chain 1 to secure. Now we'll begin joining the panels stitch by stitch. For each stitch on the front panel, match it with the corresponding stitch on the back panel. Here's the important part. Only insert your hook through the inner loop of each stitch, the loops that are facing each other. This gives the seam a neat and clean look. Use slip stitches to join, but make sure to keep them a little loose so the edge doesn't pucker. After each slip stitch, chain 1. Repeat this process all the way around. 1 stitch from the front, 1 stitch from the back, slip stitch, chain 1. Make sure to always match 1 stitch to 1 stitch, front to back. This is very important. If the stitches don't align, the bag will look uneven when finished. Continue this pattern until you reach the next corner. Just like before, match chain spaces to chain spaces. Keep working your way all around the edge using this method. When you reach the final chain space, finish with a slip stitch into it to close the round. Alright, after the final slip stitch, chain 1 to finish it off. Now the body of the bag is completely assembled and stitched together. Next, let's look at how to finish the top edge and attach the button closure for a clean finish. I crocheted a round of single crochet stitches along the top edge, and while doing that, I also attached the button and created a button loop on the opposite side. Here's how you do it. After chaining 1, start crocheting single crochets along the edge. Insert the hook into the first stitch, make a single crochet. Continue making 1 single crochet in each stitch along the top. When you reach the center of the bag, this is where we'll attach the button. You can estimate the center. It should line up with the middle of the back flap. Now slip stitch into the center point. Take your button, slightly pull up the yarn loop. Insert the hook through the buttonhole and pull the yarn loop through it. Adjust the loop so it fits nicely into the hole. Insert your hook into the next stitch, slip stitch again, and chain 1 to secure the button in place. Now continue working single crochets along the top edge. When you reach the end of the flap, right after the final treble crochet, make a single crochet in the space just after it, then another single crochet at the seam area. This helps smooth the transition. Next, make a single crochet into the corner space of the opposite panel. Now work single crochets along the opposite side of the flap, 1 in each stitch, and as you go, tuck the yarn tail along the edge so it gets woven neatly. When you get to the center of this side, it's time to make the button loop. Slip stitch into the center, then chain about 8 stitches. That should be enough to form a loop big enough for your button. Then make a single crochet into the same space to secure the loop, and continue working single crochets along the edge of the flap to finish the round. If you don't have a button or simply prefer not to use one, then you can just crochet single crochets evenly all the way around the top edge. No button, no loop needed. Now we're back at the center where we joined the round earlier. Slip stitch to close the round, then chain 1. Let's move on to the strap of the bag. We'll make the strap by chaining just a long chain. The length depends entirely on how long you want your strap to be. Keep chaining until the strap feels just right for you. Once the chain reaches your desired length, remove the hook, bring the chain over to the opposite side of the bag, and find a stitch to attach it to, preferable a middle stitch near the corner or edge. Pull the loop through the spot, then chain 1 to secure. Now, to give the strap more strength and prevent it from stretching too much, we're going to slip stitch back along the chain. Here's how to do it. Hold the chain so that the front, the V shape, is facing you. Insert your hook into the back bump of each chain. That little ridge on the back and make a slip stitch. This not only reduces stretch, but it also makes the strap slightly thicker and sturdier. Keep slip stitching all the way back to the starting side. Once you reach the last chain, slip stitch into the next stitch on the back and pull tight to secure it. Then chain 1 and cut the yarn. Use your yarn needle or your hook to weave in the yarn tail neatly into the inside of the bag, following the existing stitches so the end is hidden from view. And just like that, the main body and strap of the bag are finished. There's just one final touch. I added a little faux leather label and glued on some watermelon seed-shaped decorations to give it a cute finishing look.